Alright folks, here we are with part 3 of the Heartlake City Friends Clubhouse by Lego Friends. This is set number 42689, contains 794 pieces, retails for $89.99. That was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. And yeah, well, that's what we're going to be working on today, but this is what bags 1 through 4 have achieved here. So we got the first floor done here with a couple mini dolls. We got Churro, and I think this is Honey, and we got a little popcorn thing and all that stuff. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. And the build's at an 8 just due to scuffed parts. So basically packing issues. So it looks like we're going to be doing the second floor, which just involves 5 and 6, and just from that it doesn't look all that bad. So I'm pretty pleased with the build. It is keeping my interest, and today, it's the same day as the other ones, the 5th of May 2026. I got everything prepared, including the black piece of plastic that I need to check, see if we got any scratched parts, all that stuff. Okay, disclaimer. As always, these videos are not to be considered or construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for the review, so just don't take these seriously, because I may cover something up, and yeah, these are not to be complete walkthroughs on how to assemble a set, just basically to gather my thoughts. And in addition, this is not my job nor career. This is just something I do for fun, just as a hobby. So that's pretty much what I do here, just something to just take it easy. And then lastly, all the wording in these videos is mine and mine alone. Lego doesn't tell me what to say, I tell me what to say. Okay, so that's pretty much how it goes here. Except with the exception of these sets were provided by the Lego Group for review. That's essentially the disclaimer there. Okay, without further ado, let's get going here. It's bag number 5, and so it begins. And you're in luck. I am back with a bedside build. Yeah, so I'm getting ready for bed here, and I figure, why not? Let's get going here. Wonder how bad those are scratched. We'll find out here in a second. Alright. So, there's a couple movies my girlfriend and I were going to watch. I wanted to watch a horror flick. She wanted to watch romance. So, guess who won? That's why I'm back here. So we were watching it together, and I just thought, yeah, not really my thing, you know. But look who we have here. It's Liann. She likes skateboarding, painting, and sweets. Oh boy. Alright, now first, before we begin on her, this one here, this one looks okay. I think that's fine. I take it off and put it in a dark area right down here where it's kind of dark. And I just kind of shine it down there. And I don't see any scuffs or anything, which is even better. And yeah, right now I'm engaged into something else. But let's see here. Okay, if I knew that, I wouldn't have done that. But I guess I did. Okay. I multitask a lot. So yeah, that, and I got a couple movies keyed up for anime to watch or doze off to tonight before bed. Oh, we do have light coral in 2x4 bricks. Like a very pale pink, or, you know. And you know, I always get the questions, where do I get all these parts from? Like these wacky colors. Friend sets. I kid you not. Get your friend sets going. That's where I get all the wacky colors from. So that's a secret. There's really no secret. Just grab the friend sets and just start friending. You know, friend them up. Okay. So there's Liann. Except her wig is on crooked. Well, her wig doesn't want to go on straight, does it? Or her head. There we go. I'd get it right eventually. So I get up early tomorrow for work. I'm going to try to finish up this whole review and see here. Okay, now it looks like we're making an easel here, or a paint easel. And yeah, some of these builds are kind of crude a little bit, but more or less though they're pretty much they're good inspiration for building bigger, larger mocks and stuff. So somebody says, where do you get a lot of the ideas from? Just push that down like that. I just get them from sets like this, and there's nothing hidden about it, nothing secret. And well, now I got to find that piece that goes onto this, because we got to put a sticker on it, which is sticker number 4. And it just so happens, oh no, as I say, I lost the sticker sheet. But here we are, which is sticker number 4, which is some scribbles there. Or an axolot. Axolotl latte, I don't know. And that just goes on like that. Okay. So indeed, we got that going there. Okay, now it looks like we need that plate, because we're going to be building the second floor now, or the base of the second floor. And let's see here. Alright. I'm in the mood to build, but could either that or I'd be watching an anime right now. But right now I want to get done with just a little bit more of this. I think I'm going to be a little late on working on the next build in the Pokemon sets, just because I want to kind of keep the main channel content flowing, and then, you know, not to get so far behind. You know, that kind of thing. Oh, these are just regular gray. I thought they were silver metallic. Well, maybe they're not. Well, now we know. And yeah, let's do that. And let's see here. So I'm going to be here for a while trying to get this guy done. I need to really fix this. And right now I hear a bunch of beeping noises in the background. Somebody's watching censorship television at its finest. And yeah, it's reality TV time. They think I'm nuts because I watch cartoons at my age. Well, some of these cartoons, they drop the F-bomb a lot, and I'm just thinking, I think I'd rather watch that versus live action scripted. You know, scripted TV. Got to have my bad words go in there, or I'd be cussing up a storm in these. All right. Well, so far it's not too bad. It's keeping my interest. And this time I remembered, let's add these bricks in here. I mean, I like these, I like this nice light coral. I think that's the color of it here. Now, am I cutting off the frames on this? Just a little bit. I can probably tip this down a little bit for your entertainment there. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Gotta love, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I'll have to censor that out because somebody will get offended over that. Let's see here. Okay, now it looks like we're building some kind of maybe a sun deck or something. Okay, yeah, I skipped a page. Oh, wait a minute, I skipped a bunch of stuff here, actually. I skipped a whole page. Maybe I was doing something. I forgot these are supposed to go here. Now we got to do the sun deck here. Okay. Sometimes that happens. I'll just kind of zone out here. Okay, and then we put this here. Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have done that. Something else. Alright, alrighty, let's see here. Bad about touchscreens sometimes. You really got to wet your fingers down for them to actually work right. My fingers are pretty dry. My hands are rough. The work I've been doing either at my day job or at home, I've been drying out my hands. I've been caking lotion on them and moisturizer, and sometimes that doesn't seem like it's enough. So that kind of thing. Boy, that just... Okay, fine. I'm trying to get something set up here, and it's being a turd right now. All right. Okay. And then we got to add a sticker sheet or sticker to this, which is sticker number 5. So far they're in order. Be nice if that was printed. Sometimes I think Lego just misses out on some stuff. It's like, and it's a round piece too. Good luck getting that on there straight, Jay. And I spend more time fighting with stickers. That's why I ding off a little bit for stickers. Because a pattern like that would have been cool if that was printed. And I got so many 6x10 plates. I kid you not, I got a bunch of stuff. Alright. Well, mine hangs over. Oh, you know why mine hangs over? Because it's supposed to be like that. But it still doesn't look right. That's how it's supposed to be. Alright, now we know. Making a lot of boo-boos today. I already got a couple of movies that I'm going to see how well they turn out on the... Well, turn out in terms of viewing them. Yeah, each bag takes about 15-20 minutes. Depends on how fast you work and before somebody goes, but Jay, you're building way too slow. Well, I'm waiting for I get that again because I'm like 99% certain I'm going to be dropping how to use YouTube. With the commentary. I like putting commentary and stuff. Okay, so this... okay, there we go. But mine still doesn't look right. Oh, you know why? Because in that last one I forgot to put some 1x1s in there. 1x2s. Whoopsie, boy, you could tell where my head's at. You can tell I'm tired, huh? Yeah. Hey, that's okay. We didn't glue it together, right? It's quite alright if you make a mistake. It's alright. We didn't hurt anything here. And for those who take it seriously, shame on you. Alright. Okay, so after that, okay, it's confusing, but we got to put another layer on the top of this. Okay. And I forgot to put that there. Yeah, so I'll be building sets all summer long, and at first I know somebody's going to say, well, Jay, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, oh well, not too much here. Okay. And then the next guy... That's how I feel sometimes. Put these here. Supposed to be, maybe that's supposed to be some kind of a pond or something. I don't know. And then now we got to put in a bunch of leaf pieces in here, like here. And Okay. Like that. All right. Okay, like, let's do, I got an idea. Let's do it like this here. It'd make more sense to me. Yeah, so I may watch Devil as a part-timer and maybe, okay, these don't go here. They're actually two studs down. I may watch Devil as a part-timer and I don't know if they got a new episode of ReZero. I'll have to take a look. Or what is that, Jujutsu Kaisen? Gotta watch some dark animes now. I gotta get as dark as we can get it. Get some really dark ones to watch. Where they talk about depression and how bad life is and stuff. And sad things. And you don't go watching that stuff, but I do it. I watch it just because it is something entertaining instead of romance. But I'll bite my tongue on that because you never know who's watching these. Okay. I'm going to say so far, this set's turning out pretty good. I mean, this was a fun one to put together. This is really a fun one. And I'm going to be inclined to try to wrap it up tonight and just get up a little late tomorrow. Still got to do some meetings for work, but not until mid-afternoon. And after that, we got to put one ladybug or a bee tile. I'll bring that up there and show it to you. That right there. That comes with it. And that takes care of bag number 5. With just these pieces remaining, and yeah, boy, things are flying out of my hands. Those little tulip pieces, I'm hoarding those up. Alright, I think we're going to finish up this build installment here with bag 6, and I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. It's always a big help. Why? To see if any of this last stuff is scratched up, I don't know. And thank everyone for on Patreon. Yeah, and my main channel, that's always a big help. In addition to that, thank you everyone for taking the time to check out my Rebrickable profile and checking out my building guides. That is a keeper. And in addition to all that, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to this channel, dropping comments. If you like what I do here, cool. If you don't like what I'm doing here, just chime up and keep it family friendly and constructive. I'll listen to you. That's what this is all about here. Alright, and I've still got parts stuck in the bags. I think the wax paper inside is there to protect the parts, but it doesn't seem like it does anything. Okay, so now, let's see here. Okay, we're going to be down to a 7 because there is some scuffs on this one pretty bad. See it right in the middle of the door here, right there. Okay, 7 it is. And this one here is, it's just mostly dusty. Okay, so 7 it is, folks. Just due to packing, not due to build quality or anything like that. Isn't that fun? Let's see here. Not due to build quality or anything. It's just due to that. Alright, so we need to make 2 of these. At least this is printed. 6x6 round tile. Kind of wish it wasn't printed because I could use the tile, but then again, at least now we know the mold exists, so that means later on maybe LEGO will bring that out in different colors and such. We don't know yet. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. Checking something here real quick. I think I'm gonna do that guy. Right. Okay. Well, I need the other part that goes on the bottom. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, my allergies have been flaring up so bad it's even affecting my asthma. Yeah, not too fun. Not fun at all. So it looks like this right here is a little like an outdoor patio table. Trying hard not to cough or anything like that because it feels kind of scratchy. My throat feels scratchy today. Boy, who doesn't like sitting outside eating sweets and stuff? At least these are all printed. Imagine putting tile or stickers on round flat tiles. Well, if you need a bunch of cookies and donuts, the set comes with them, and usually come with extras. Not too bad. All right. Okay. My voice is still cracking. Okay, I got to build 2 of those bases. We should have built 2 of those first, then stick them on that plate. That's how I do it to minimize steps. But my building guides are slightly different than Lego. I try to condense the builds where you can still follow them, so it's not redundant. But this is meant for children. And then our next sticker probably is going to be 6, and that's exactly what it is. So it goes on top of this desk. I think that's what it is. And I did it again, folks. I forgot to put the table in here. Okay. I knew I forgot something. Tell, my head's not there today, huh? That's why I can't guarantee these, which is one of those keyboards that's got the lights on it. I have one of those mechanical keyboards. I'm not a fan of mechanical keyboards, but it's a lot better than the old membrane ones that fall apart. And the desk goes right in here, like that. Okay, then we got to move on to the stool. Yeah, mini dolls don't really have a way to sit down, so you just give them stuff like that. They're happy with it. That's all that matters. I don't think I've ever seen these tracks in this color, so that will be a keeper. And we get 2 of them, too. I'm always looking for bright colored parts like that. This set has a lot of dark azure, so when I first saw this color when it came out, it was very new, very new. Now it's like, it's very common now. And then we're going to take one of our doors. Depends which flavor do you want. You want the scuffed up one, you want the pristine one. You just take your pick. I just grab one and start from there. And there we go. You'd think they'd had that door in the middle, but that's how they wanted it, right there. It's kind of a odd place for the door. Okay. All right. Okay, now it looks like we're doing maybe some kind of computer desk. You need that double-sided one. I think that's the only one in here. I don't know what this is. A ghetto blaster? Yes, I've grown up in that time. That's what we call them. Today, kids call them boom boxes. When I was a kid, they were ghetto blasters. There was a YouTube that was talking about what's the correct term. Depends on when you were born, what term you used. Yeah. Alright, we need sticker number 7, which is this one right here. So it must be some kind of a video game thing. Alright, I mean, you gotta have video games while we're at the clubhouse. Okay, like that. And then we set that there. Alrighty. And then, ouch, you gotta put a sticker inside of that, which is sticker number 8. You notice now we're getting to a lot of stickers now. We haven't really got to do much of anything. So there we go. I mean, it's kind of cheesy to make this. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is with this one is I'm probably going to have to use the hand cam. I mean, each floor does come off, so I'm assuming that I could probably take the floors off. I think the easiest thing to do is just to do that. And yeah. And then there's another one that goes on here. So there's 2 different screens. I kid you not. And when it goes around that, I see what we're doing. Okay, I don't need that part. Well, that flew off. Oh, I had somebody a couple of days ago make fun of me because I kept dropping parts. They kept flying out of my hand. Well, when you work with your hands for over 10 hours a day, you tell me how tired you are. You know, I don't sit here and put Lego bricks together all day. Yeah, guys and gals, I get some pretty comical comments sometimes. And we need sticker number 9. And some says, Jay, why do you read off the bad comments? Just to show you how silly some of them get. So this fits in here like that. So this is meant to slide over this. That's kind of cool. And then we put the other track in here. Now I'm hoping we're going to cap that off so it doesn't fly out of there. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. It looks like the door's going to hold it in. Or it could be the secret lock. We don't know yet. Okay. And he put the door there. So let's see. Yeah, this thing stopped, so it keeps the door from opening up. So now you know how to lock the door. And that kind of thing here. And let's see. I'm trying to find that. Okay. And then now we're going to have to start strengthen this up with bricks. Wait a minute, you know what? I did something wrong here. It's not a 1x4, it's a pair of 1x6s. Alright. This goes on the end here. You can tell I'm not focused tonight, but I really want to build this. It's just, you know, don't try this at home, kids. When you're tired, don't try to rush through it. Take your time on this stuff, and, you know, it's always fun to kind of just... Alright, so we need to stack. Okay, first thing, let's start right here. Okay. These are kind of cool to have too. If you're making some quarter pipes for your skate park, there you go, right there. I've been on those a lot of times when I was younger. Not anymore though. Why? Because I want to wrap my body parts around something and have to go to the doctor. It gets expensive for making boo-boos, so I try to avoid it. I want to be a kid again. It's not fair. I gotta be an adult, do adult things. It's boring after a while. Work and bills and chores. Yeah, kids are lucky. They don't have to do that stuff. Okay, this piece comes in tan. I may have one of these. That's for the roll-up garage door. This one doesn't have it, but you know, essentially that's what it is. Okay, now we're going to proceed on to the top here with some supports. Yeah, I'd say that this is a really good fun set if yours comes in not damaged. you're going to have a lot of fun with your son or daughter putting this one together. It really is. It's really a fun one here. I mean, I would not pass this one up. Even if you're just getting it as a parts pack, because a lot of these friend sets, they did put them on sale. I'd get it for a parts pack. I mean, look at all the medium azure and all these wacky colors you get. I mean, literally. And like one of these ladder pieces, I have a feeling that's next, because this is going here. Or is it going to make a liar out of me? It made a liar out of me. But I think this is a really, really good set for you to explore and just have fun with it. You know. Boy, we're really, kind of reminds me of the days of the old school Lego Creator sets where we're just kind of piecing things together here. I kind of miss those old Creator sets. Oh, this one's not supposed to go in there right there. Whoopsie, my bad. Lego, now we have 1x3s. You know, really seriously. Talking about dragging out the part count here a bit. In case we're trying to save lots or something, but still. Now we can put the ladder on. These are good for like slides and stuff. So you know, like these are cattle fences. Or maybe like a corral or something, but for me, I use them just as ladders. They're really good for things. Oh, that's right. This is for the slide. Man, I wish I was little. I could fit in here and go down the slide. Oh, no. Too big now. I can't do anything like that. All the fun stuff is for kids. I'd take my bunch to a water park this summer, but no, they don't want to go to a water park. I know fuel prices are expensive, and I'm not going to get into that, but, you know, I don't dare mention anything fun, because that will get me in some deep doo-doo. Looks like, what is that, Liann? She's walking. Oh boy, she's almost to the end there. I can't, but she can't wait to go on the slide. All right. So we got that patio table. That's not a bad idea. We just need to clean that up and make that into something cool. But there we go. I mean, everything is just finished off and looking really good here. And then we got to put this thing on here. Now, Lego, this is what I'm talking about. This stuff is printed. It doesn't matter who your friends are. You know, what was that saying? Love is love. Well, so are the friends, especially when you can't get the tile on right. Okay, we're going to play that game, huh? I'm trying to get it to wait. They have it kind of... Okay, see how they did that right there? You're going to have to guess at it, and that's how they wanted it in the book. So it's not quite centered. It's not flush. You just have to get in there and just kind of put it in there. And that's it. I thought my page was wrinkled, but no. And then, after that, we got to put it on the top of that. But you know what that means? I got to pick all these parts up here. Because we're done with this. With this book here. And putting that on there is going to be very easy. Very fun. Okay, Summation of Thoughts. While we're getting things cleaned up here and put together, I'm just going to be quite honest with you. This is really fun. This is really fun. I mean, even if you're a guy or even a teenage guy out there or a dude or whatever, and you're just kind of like, I don't know about this set, Jay. I don't know if I want to build something like this. I would. I wouldn't care what people thought. You know why? Swap the colors out. Well, this has got nice colors. This right here would be good for a boys' hangout too. So you don't need the mini dolls. We got to try the slide out. But I'm honestly pretty pleased with this set. And as you can tell, let me get this zoomed out a bit more here. Starting to look pretty good, but I think we got more to it than this. Let's see here. Does the box tell us anything? No, but it's just some random hole there. Is that so when you drink too much, you go like that and you fall out and you take a face plant? Is that what that hole's for? I don't know, but as you can tell though, it's pretty yeah, that's my controller for everything. What you can tell them now, could I bring this up to the camera here and do this? I could. I'm gonna see how it turns out. I might be able to. But yeah, I say that this is looking really good. Really good. I'm pretty pleased. Just not how pleased the set has been packed. Okay, we got Liann here with her paintbrush. I'm just going to set it all up here and make the thumbnail look a bit more full. And I feel another cough coming on because my throat is scratchy today. But I think, honestly, if you're getting a set for your son or daughter or whoever, you know, if you're building this as a family project, you know, and I know some people don't like the family sets. I do. This is a winner here. This is a winner. I mean, this one's fun. Stickers are a little bit tedious because they're just a lot here. They're big ones, at least, not small ones. But honestly, though, I'm pretty pleased with this set. I think this is a winner for anybody if you're getting into this. Even if this is your starter set, you got some pretty good, decent parts here so far. And I'm overall pleased with it. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of this.